what you're doing and listen.
Hi, I'm TBCM and this is my first video on the channel. Here I'll be posting devlogs on my new game I'm developing, and this will be the first one. Just before we jump in, I have to say that this devlog is not from the start of my game. My game has been in development for around a month now, and there are tons of bugs and features I want to implement. So now that that's out of the way, let's jump in. When I first started this project, I built it without networking. This was primarily because I didn't realize that my game might actually be more fun with other people, and, well, I'm very lazy. The first thing I made networked, apart from movement, was abilities. I had some abilities already made, like my medic class had a shield they can spawn, and my riot class that had a turret it can spawn. They just weren't networked and I needed to get around this fast, so I created a function that all classes call when they want to activate their first ability. I didn't want to clutter up my client send class, so I required that each class send an integer as their identifier. My packet writing solution from Tom Weiland's series doesn't write classes and strings, are a little less practical than ints, so I stuck with ints for now. The server receives an integer and calls the appropriate function from the int. I will return to this and make it easier to modify later on. Here's how that turned out. One of the bugs that has been on my mind for the past few weeks now is starting to become a major problem. When people are in the server and playing, they're activating abilities, spawning objects. The problem is, if a client joins late into the game, he won't see the objects that were previously copied. I found a workaround by creating a list of game objects that should be loaded in for new clients that joined the game late, and sent a packet with all the game objects' positions, rotations, and their type. The client receives the packet, reads the type, and copies a new object of that type in the same position on the server. This comes with other bugs that I haven't figured out yet and hope to get around to them soon, like when the client disconnects and rejoins, he can't activate abilities, which shouldn't happen. The issue might be that the class isn't static and is getting messed with on the client, but I'll figure that out soon. Currently in my game I have 5 classes: Sniper, Medic, Assault, Heavy, and Riot. I've made little icons for them, and no, the Heavy icon will not be staying, it looks horrible. Each class, as you've probably guessed, has their own unique fire rate, ammo size, abilities, health, and much more. All these values need to be sent to the server so it can mimic the class on the server. For example, after I initialize my move speed at the start, if I move around, my move speed on the server is multiplied by that speed and showing that the classes are being received correctly. As you can see, when I join the server and pick a class, the server gets sent all the necessary info for the class, even the sprites. I know that this devlog was very short, but I've been occupied with schoolwork and really don't have much features to talk about in this stage of the game. If my channel gains a small amount of subscribers, I'll set up a Discord for people who want to chat to me or other people. As for the project, my motivation is still strong and I hope to have a beta in around 2 months. In the past I've done small bits of YouTube here and there. I really think this channel can boost my motivation even if I don't get much people that want to watch my content. That'll be it for this devlog. If you have any suggestions for my game, please leave them in the comments below, as I'd love to see some feedback of my game. Make sure to stay subscribed to see when my next devlog comes out. I'll see you next week.